Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are sitting down and we are talking about all of my past September purchases. You guys know the drill. I've been doing these videos once a month at the end of the month, telling you about all the goodies I bought in past Septembers, along with this month as well. Before we get started, don't forget to upload every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday for you guys. If you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. And other than that, if you're excited and you want to hear about my past September purchases, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before we actually get started talking about my past purchases, I am super excited to say that this video is sponsored by Ana Luisa. If you have not heard of the jewelry brand Ana Luisa, they are a sustainable jewelry brand that is based out of New York City. Their pieces start out around $39 and they use recyclable material whenever possible in their packaging and the materials that they use to make their jewelry with. All their pieces come to you in the mail in super minimal packaging that is also recyclable, which I just think is a really cool thing. And none of their jewelry pieces irritate my skin at all. My ears get really sensitive and they have never once irritated my skin. I have made like 3 or 4 purchases with my own money prior to working with Ana Luisa today on this video. I just genuinely love their jewelry. You have seen me wear their rings and their earrings a bunch of times in past videos. But I wanted to sit down and talk to you about a couple pieces that they did send to me. So the first thing they sent to me was this ring right here, which is called the Chloe ring. This retails for $59. I just love this ring. I think it is so stinking cute. I love the braided sort of detail with it. It just makes it extra special. It's dainty but solid. Like, I was afraid at first that it was going to be too thin and just not feel sturdy, but it definitely does. It is so cute to just add to any sort of look. I just love that it looks so dainty and pretty on my finger. The next thing they sent was the Rowena bracelet. So this retails for $75. I love this bracelet. It is absolutely beautiful. I love how thin and dainty. Again, you'll hear me say dainty a lot. That's kind of like Ana Luisa's specialty. A lot of their jewelry is just super thin and dainty and just beautiful. You can wear it with a bunch of other pieces or on their own. I love the little tiny flower detail of this bracelet. I think it just makes it look so like girly and cute. And then the last thing they sent me is the necklace that I have on today. This is the Sam necklace. This retails for $59. Again, I love how dainty this is. It's so stinking cute. It goes with a ton of different necklines. You can wear it stacked with other necklaces, or like I have it on today, you can wear it by itself. I definitely think it's a statement piece enough on its own, but it adds just a beautiful detail to whatever outfit you are wearing. I will go ahead and have the link in the top of my description box below for you guys to check out Ana Luisa. They gave me a discount code. It is Emily's Makeup 10. It'll save you 10% off your purchase. Definitely check them out if you love just gold, dainty, beautiful accent pieces and jewelry that is like sturdy and will stand the test of time. I definitely do not think you'd be disappointed if you tried them out. So thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this portion of today's video. And now let's get into all of my past purchases from the month of September. Like I said in the intro, I've been doing these videos once a month at the very end of the month. So that way I can tell you guys all of the purchases that I've made in that past month. I will go ahead and have all my other videos linked down below for you in case you missed them, all the way from January to August. And now we are in the month of September. Can you believe September is over? It is wild to me. This year is flying by, but we're gonna go ahead and start off with Sephora. I feel like normally I start off with Ulta, so we're gonna switch it up and we're gonna start off with Sephora. All the way back in 2017, I didn't buy anything. Nothing in September in 2017. In 2018, the only thing I purchased was the Drunk Elephant Out of Office set. So this came with their lip balm and their marula oil and their debronzy, I believe. I used to love Drunk Elephant. I really did. I don't really support them anymore now, but you know, it was a nice set to be able to try products. I like when they do those minis. I like when any brand does mini sets like that so you can try them out without like purchasing the full size. So I used it up, but that was a long time ago. I don't really use them anymore. 2019, nothing again. I didn't buy anything in 2019. 2020 though, from Sephora, I picked up my beloved glam palette, my Natasha Denona glam palette, you guys. If you're not new here, you know my love for this palette. I'm smitten with this palette. I think it is absolutely perfection. The shades, the quality, everything about it is stunning. I will harp on it because I've literally talked this palette to death on my channel, I feel like, but the mattes blend beautifully. The shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. I was really disappointed by the shimmers in the Zendo palette, and then when I swatched the shimmers in the Retro palette in Sephora a while back, I really wasn't impressed with them, but these shimmers, on par, love them. I love this palette. I am so glad that I bought it. Also in 2020, I ended up picking up some items from Rare Beauty. This was when they like very first launched. I wanted to try out the brand. I ended up doing like a first impressions on Rare Beauty in case you missed it. I can have it linked in the eye down below if you want to watch it. It's a really old video. Rare Beauty has been out for a while now, so you probably don't really need to hear my first impressions thoughts, but in case you want to, I will have that down below for you. But the first thing I picked up was the Rare Beauty. This is their foundation, and I also picked up their concealer. I am not sure what these are called. Liquid Touch, I think. Liquid Touch Foundation, Liquid Touch Concealer. I really don't know. Rare Beauty doesn't put the names of the products on the package. It drives me crazy. But I ended up picking up 130 N in both of them. I don't love either one of these. I never reach for them. This just sinks into every single solitary pore on my face, and it really doesn't look that pretty on me. I will honestly declutter this in the future to a friend. And then the concealer, I like it more than the foundation, but it's still not like my go-to concealer. There's a million concealers that I like more than this one, so it's just not winners for me, unfortunately. I also picked up their Always an Optimist setting spray. I ended up returning this. I did not like that setting spray at all. It was super oily, and I'm not kidding you, it took like 7 hours to dry down on my face. Like, I would spray it and set my face, you know, like you're supposed to with a setting spray, and it would just linger and stay like dewy and almost wet and just not dry down. And it also made my face just look a little bit too dewy. And then I picked up a mini of their illuminating primer. I also returned this, unfortunately. I just didn't think it did much. It was okay. It was a nice primer, but I didn't think it really did much for my skin. And then once I put the foundation on top, you couldn't even tell I really put an illuminating primer on. So I ended up returning that. And, oh, I feel so bad about this. I also ended up trying one of their highlighters in the shade Enchanted. Their liquid highlighters. I returned that too. It looked like I didn't even put highlight on my face when I tried it. It was like the most subtle highlight ever. And I am just really not into a subtle highlight. If I'm going to put highlight on, which I pretty much always do, I want it to be beaming and look beautiful on the skin. And this one just didn't really do a whole lot. So unfortunately, I returned that as well. And then the last thing I picked up in 2020 from Sephora was a Tower 28 Facial Rescue Spray. This was the last one that I bought. I've kind of talked about this spray in the past. I thought it was doing something for my skin, so I just kept buying it. And then I realized it wasn't. It really wasn't doing much for my skin. I was essentially spraying like salt water on my face. So some people swear by this spray and they love it and they think it's done wonders for their skin. I personally didn't see much, so I use it up, but I'm not going to be repurchasing that in the future. And then as far as my purchases from Sephora in 2021, I only picked up a couple things. The first thing I picked up was a Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner. I just got this really big size. I have a spray bottle back there in one of those cups. You can't see, it's out of frame. And I just use it to spray on my brushes and clean them. And I'm almost out of it. There's like this much left in the little spray bottle. So I picked up this Big Daddy bottle to be able to refill that. I really like this brush cleaner. I think it's great. I think it cleans my brushes. It doesn't like dry them out, make them brittle, anything like that. I also picked up a set from Verb. This is their Ghost Shine and Smooth Trio. So it comes with their Ghost Shampoo, Conditioner, and then their Ghost Oil. This is my holy grail. I absolutely love this shampoo and conditioner with my entire heart. I love it. I have two already in my shower right now that I'm using up, and then when they are gone, I will pop these suckers in there. And then the Ghost Oil, I actually just started a brand spanking new one that's probably gonna last me for another year, so this one won't get used anytime soon, but it'll eventually get used. If you have not tried Verb, I highly recommend, especially their Ghost line. I know I love their Ghost hair mask or their Ghost hair spray, but these three items, bomb, love them. And then the last thing I picked up from Sephora this year was the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. I ended up picking up the shade Mont Blanc. I bought this during their like foundation sale that they had going on a few weeks back. It was 20% off. I'm not going to lie, I don't love this, and I am so bummed. This was on my wish list forever. I have like not heard one bad review about this foundation. However, I really just don't like it, and I think I might return it, which I hate. I hate returning things. I truly do. I truly only return items that I do not think I can make work for me, and I don't know if I can make this work for me. It's the foundation I have on my face today. I will have all of my makeup linked down below in the description box in case you're curious. I didn't film myself getting ready, so anything you want to know will be down in the description box. But this is my third time wearing this foundation, and I tried it all 3 times with a different primer, a different setting, a powder, a different setting spray. And I just feel like all 3 times, it just doesn't look that good on my skin. This time is definitely the best of the 3 that I have gotten it to look. And I used the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer today, so that's an amazing primer. It probably could make any foundation look good. But I just don't think it's that good. It's cakey on me. It gets oily by the end of the day. It breaks up on my chin and my nose and all of that, but it looks dry when I first apply it. So it's like, I can't win. I use a hydrating primer because it looks dry, but then it gets super oily by the end of the day. So I haven't decided if I'm going to return this or not, but right now I am like not impressed with it at all, and I'm bummed I wasted like my $40 on it. So we shall see what happens with me in this foundation in the future. I'll keep you updated. But that is everything that I have bought from Sephora in past years and this year, so let's move on to Ulta. For some reason, I couldn't see back to 2017 in Ulta. I'm not sure why. But in 2018, the first thing I picked up was the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. So I ended up getting the mattifying one. I know they had the dewy version and then the mattifying one back then. I was way more oily back then a couple years ago, so I picked up the matte one. I didn't love this foundation. I thought at first that I really did. It was a good color match for me, and it, sunk into my skin. It was matte, so it didn't like make me oily or break up. But then I think it was me and my skin personally changing. The next like year and a half, I decided to use it up. It just ended up looking like dry and cakey on my face. So I ended up decluttering this to a friend, and she likes it. And then I picked up the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I got the purple one. I don't fully remember what I think about this mascara, but I haven't repurchased it since 2018. So obviously I didn't love it too much because I didn't repurchase it. So then I got the Tarte Busy Gal Brow. I ended up getting, I think this was during the 21 Days of Beauty. Most of the time in September, Ulta has their 21 Days of Beauty. So I'm pretty sure that's why I picked up some of these items. But the Tarte Busy Gal Brow, I remember, was half off. So I picked up 2 of them in my shade for myself. And then I picked up 1 in taupe for my mom. That was a couple years ago, but I do remember her saying she liked it when she used it. Then I picked up the Essence Brighten Up Powder. The first one. This is my second one. As you can see, I'm almost done with my second one. This is such a beautiful powder. It is so nice at brightening up, like it says. It's cheap. It's Essence. The component is not very good. It broke. My first one broke. The second one broke. If I bought a third one, it would probably break. But this is a really beautiful powder to do what it says, brighten up, to put it under your eyes and then up under your contour in the, T-zone of your face to really just brighten up. I will say I haven't been reaching for this as much as I used to, but clearly I used to love it very much. Then I picked up a Smashbox Audition lipstick. I love this lipstick. I love this lipstick so stinking much. It is one of the most beautiful, like rosy, just pinky tones on me and my skin tone. I love it. I think it's a beautiful lipstick. I love the formula. Is this the one from 2018? Is this the one from 2018? I don't know. I don't know if it is. I don't think so. I feel like I used that one up, but I could totally be lying to you, but I really don't think so because that was like 3 years ago. But anyways, I love this lipstick. I will always repurchase it as long as they make it. And then the last thing I bought in 2018 was the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This is in the shade Blossom Glow. This is a 3-year-old highlight, but I don't plan on getting rid of it anytime soon. As you can see, I hit pan in it. It is hard to hit pan in a highlight because you just use so little, and especially of this because it is blinding. However, I hit pan in it, and I love this highlight. I love it so much until there is literally mold growing on this. Or I use it all up. I'm not getting rid of it. It is stunning. These are only a couple dollars. I cannot recommend this more to you. Moving on to 2019, I have written in my notes 21 days. So this was the 21 Days of Beauty, all of these purchases. The first thing I picked up was the Touch in Sol No Pore Bump Primer. Is this still in the box from 2019? Yes. Yes. Anyways, this is a really great primer. I actually have gone through one whole one prior to purchasing this one. It really is a nice pore smoothing primer like it says. And I'm actually going to throw this box away. We're going to put this in my primer drawer for me to actually start using. It's a good one. It's nice and pore filling. It's smoothing and I like it. One other primer I picked up that I did not like and did not think was worth it was the Color FX Mattifying Primer. Again, I got this half off because it was during the 21 days. I just don't think this does anything. I don't think it's mattifying at all, which that's the point of it. So definitely don't recommend this like at all. Then I picked up the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Serum. I picked this up because again, it was half off and I had seen so many people loving this serum saying that it's like beautiful on the skin. It really does make your skin look like glass. I used the whole thing up and I saw absolutely no change in my skin whatsoever. So I mean, it was nice while I used it. It sunk in. I remember it not being like sticky. I remember it working well with makeup and all of that, but I won't be repurchasing it. I saw no change. And I picked up the e.l.f. sponge, the like maroony sort of sponge that everyone loves and people use it all the time. I did not like this. I thought it was super porous. I thought it really sucked up a ton of my foundation and I didn't think that it like put my makeup on my face nicely in like a way I want a sponge to put it on, if that makes sense. From what I remember, because I tried it a couple years ago, but I remember putting like my makeup on with that sponge and it just like, I don't know, just looked weird. It didn't like, as weird as it sounds, it didn't mash my foundation into my skin like I wanted it to. Everyone loves that sponge and it's super affordable, but I personally just did not like it. Then I picked up this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have the shade 12 in Fair Neutral. I mean, it's Shape Tape. Everyone, probably most of us, have tried Shape Tape before in the past. It's nice, it's a little bit drying, it's full coverage, it's thick, it's a little bit cakey, it's Shape Tape. What else can you say? Then I picked up 2 of the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks because Dose of Colors was half off. I like these, I do. I really don't reach for them as much as I really honestly should, but Dose of Colors does have a really nice liquid lipstick formula. It's not too drying or anything like that. I picked up the shades Bear With Me and Warm and Fuzzy. So here we have Bear With Me and here we have Warm and Fuzzy. They're just both really beautiful pinky sort of shades. I don't think Dose of Colors is sold at Ulta anymore, which is such a shame. I love that brand. I really honestly love a ton of things from them, but you can still get these on their own website. And then the last thing I picked up from 2019 was the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Again, it was half off. I ended up getting the shade 3.5. This is an okay pencil. It's the brow pencil I have on my brows today. I actually don't have very much left, which I'm kind of glad about. I only have that much left, so hopefully I can finish it soon, especially since it's 2 years old. Brow pencils take me forever to use. I guess it's because I'm lucky and I have pretty thick natural brows, so I don't have to use a ton of pencil to fill them in. So it just takes me forever to go through brow pencils. I mean, I like this brow pencil, I guess. It's a pretty good shade for my brows, but it's not as like skinny and tiny as everyone says it is, in my opinion. So I really can't get those like hair-like strokes that everyone says they can get with this. I don't know, I'll use this one up, but I don't think I'm gonna repurchase this. Moving on to 2020, this again was the 21 Days of Beauty, and I only picked up one thing the whole time because even last year I didn't think that the sale was that great. And the one item that I picked up from the sale was the Benefit Bling Cakeless Concealer. I picked up the shade number 1. I like this concealer, I do. It's definitely not my favorite one ever. It pulls a little bit orange on my skin tone, which kind of stinks. And it definitely isn't like cakeless or creaseless or anything like that. It's just like a normal concealer where it does, you know, get into my fine lines. It does look a little bit drying on my under eyes, but it does have pretty nice coverage. I will use this up. Will I repurchase it? Probably not, but I am glad I tried it and I am glad I got it half off. And then the only other thing I got in September of 2020 was the CeraVe Acne Foaming Cleanser. This wasn't part of the 21 days, I just bought it. I like this. I used the whole thing up. I don't know if it necessarily did much for my acne, if I'm being honest, but I did enjoy using it. It wasn't drying, it wasn't stripping. I probably can maybe see myself repurchasing that in the future, but not right now. I have a lot of cleansers to get through. And then this year in 2021, I did go ahead and pick up a couple items from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, but I did go ahead and film a haul video for you guys. I can have that linked up in the eye and down below in case you missed it. I'm not going to repeat the items that I got in the 21 days because you can just check out that video if you want to see. However, I did pick up a couple other things. The other thing I picked up was the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This is oil-free and has SPF 15 in it. I love this primer. I love this primer so stinking much, and I went ahead and picked up a full size of it when they were having like a 20% off sale on like a one prestigious item. I think it was like Inspired 20 was the code. So I got 20% off of this, and then I also cashed in some points. So I only paid $14 for this baby, which I think it retails for like $54. So I was super pumped about that. I had a little mini size for my Sephora birthday gift last year that I used up. This primer is beautiful. It is pricey, it's pricey, but if you need your makeup to just stay on and look perfect all day long, this is definitely the one that's going to do it for you. Again, this combination has been the only one that I think this foundation looks decent with this primer. So am I still going to keep this? I don't know, but I love this. I'm so glad I picked up a full size of this. Then the next thing I bought was the NYX. This is Milky Gloss, but I ended up picking up the shade Cherry Skimmed. I love the shade Cookies and Milk so stinking much that I wanted to pick up another shade. This just looks like a really beautiful, like mauve-y pink sort of shade, and this gloss formula is just so stinking comfortable. I love it. I knew I had to pick up another shade, and I don't know if I'm done. I might get more. And then a couple other things I bought from Ulta this year was some items from Essence Cosmetics, but I'm not going to show you or tell you what I got because I'm going to be filming a full face of Essence coming up soon. So be on the lookout for that on my channel. I have a full face of Essence Cosmetics, and some of them are ones that I already own, and quite a few items I had to purchase that I did not own, so they're going to be like first impressions trying them out, and I'm super excited for that. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So that was all my purchases for Ulta. Now moving on to my other purchases. So this is purchases from other makeup brands, either their websites or Target or Walmart or anything like that. It's basically everything else that I bought makeup wise that wasn't from Ulta or Sephora. Back in 2020, I didn't have anything. I don't know if I was on a no-buy or what was going on. I mean, I wasn't on a no-buy because I bought things from Sephora and Ulta, but I just didn't pick up any other items in 2020. And honestly, the only other items that I picked up this year in 2021 was these Lunar Beauty glosses. So they were having a sale for Labor Day earlier in the month, so I snagged them up. I've heard such good things about Lunar Beauty glosses. So I picked up the shades Moon and the shades Aura. So here is Moon and here is Aura. This just looks like a beautiful nudie shade, and this had a little bit of pigmentation to it, but it's absolutely stunning. This is like a really good gloss. These two formulas kind of remind me a little bit of each other. I think the NYX one is just a little bit thicker. However, these are beautiful on the lips. They are nice and shiny and pretty, and they like don't emphasize any of the lines on your lips or anything like that. They do add a little bit of pigmentation, but nothing too crazy. I'm really glad I picked these up because they are beautiful lip glosses. And that was it, you guys. That was all of my past September purchases. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. And thank you to you guys for watching my videos, liking, commenting, all of the above. Without you guys, I wouldn't be getting opportunities like this. Definitely don't forget to check out the link in the top of my description box and use my code Emily'sMakeup10 for an extra 10% off. Ana Luisa jewelry is just stunning, and I really think if you try them out, you will fall in love like I did. If you made it into this video, thank you so much. You're awesome. I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.